might have 9 minutes. Heavy Machashev, Hefshet Mitzvah Connected Schora, should make it calculate what you lost, the loss of a mitzvah against what you gain by not doing the mitzvah. The schar avere connected Seder, and what you think you'll benefit by doing an avere in the long run. What Seder, what it will cost you in the long run because you were over on avere. Everybody has their conception of what a mitzvah is and what an avere is. There's an appeal in the Medrash, and somebody calls out an amount there, an insignificant amount. He's all excited, he wants to help, he means well, and he calls out an insignificant amount on the one hand. And somebody goes through the trouble, and on Independence Day, he'll make sure to have an American flag hanging on his door. But that's you talking about mitzvah. The one who called out an amount by an appeal, or the one who put an American flag. America is a malchus shel chesed. A lot of Gedolim said that it's a mitzvah Rabbi, to display, to show your patriotism and your loyalty to our country by putting out a flag. We didn't have one, that's why we didn't put out one, but definitely every Jewish house should have a flag out on Independence Day. But here's somebody who goes and calls out and needs to give him an amount, he took and he paralyzed the whole appeal, and it's on mitzvah. Kol chochmas imrubim imaisov, someone who is a neighbor chacham, and chacham mitzvah feel that our distances outweighs his maisim. His deeds are venik. His chacham also zera greater chacham, and his maisim, his deeds, his mitzvahs are insignificant. Ein chacham chachmasim miskayemes. His chacham won't have a kiyum. It won't be lasting. Kol shemaisim ribu chachmasai. Someone that is maisim our distance are greater than his chacham will have a kiyum. What does it mean his chacham will have a kiyum? Rav Chaim Ozer sent Rav Yechezkel Abramsky, he sent him to England. There was to join a modern bezdin, not a Chredish bezdin. So he sent him there to join it because he wanted to upgrade it, the bezdin. Him with his koyches be able to upgrade it. So when he came there, the first act that he found there that the shachtim were machal Shabbat v'hesya. They were smoking in the street on Shabbos. So immediately he fired all the shachtim, all the machal Shabbat shachtim. They held him into court for insubordination, for whatever. They filed all kind of charges that he's trying to make a dictatorship here, and so Rav Yechezkel Abramsky came to court, and he didn't. A lawyer didn't represent him; he represented himself. So the judge turned to him, and he asked him. He said, first of all, he said that, on the contrary, he said those that are not conducting themselves according to halacha, according to Jewish law, and they assume a position as a shochet, he says, so that's not democratic at all. That's a dictatorship. He said. So the judge turned to him and asked him. He says, "Who do you consider the highest halachic authority on shchita here in England?" So Rav Yechezkel Abramsky told him. He says, "I am the highest authority." He says, "Isn't that out of character? Isn't the rabbi supposed to be humble, with humility?" So he says, "Your Honor," he says, "I'm under oath and under oath I have to tell the truth. So the judge was so spoiled from the chokhmah, from his answer, he was so on target. He said, "You're right," and he ruled in his favor. So called Shemaisa Mrim Chachmasa Chachmasa Miskayemis. There came to Moshe Zochran Bracha. There came somebody who a bacher. He did a shirach, and he had yenamachle. They gave him very large doses of radiation. So he went to Moshe, and he said, "What should I do?" He said, I have to tell the Kali and her family, or don't I have to tell them?" So Moshe said to him like this. He said, what did the doctor's records show? Does it show that it was completely eradicated or not? So he told the doctor, said that right now, there's no trace of it right now. So he says, if that's the case, he says two things. Number one, you don't have to tell her. Number two, he says, I'll give you a bracha, but on the condition that it should remain completely secret, only between you and me. Nobody else should know about it. That you'll raise a family, you'll have children, everything will be beseder. But Maman Hashem, he said, do not reveal this to anybody. And they had 3 or 4 children. After the 4 children, he had again a reversal. So he went again to Rav Moshe, and he says, does Rosh Hashiva mean that 3-4 is a large family? So he says, no. He says, I'll give you a bracha again that you'll have, Baruch Hashem, a much larger family, but only in the condition that you shouldn't reveal it to anybody. He had 6 smart children, he had 10 children. So call the Chochem doesn't fail them at a time when they need it, when they need to have the right answer, the right approach, the right thing to say. I mentioned they have it. Rotz HaKadosh Baruch Hu, B'Zakesh, Es Yisrael, V'Tvikach Hel An Torah Mitzvah Shnema, Ad Lechol Esman Chit Koyav